Girls wrestling is one of the fastest growing sports in high school, with participation in the United States at just under 50,000 girls this season.
And this also has more women interested in following the sport into college.
The University of Sioux Falls is one of only 2 South Dakota colleges offering women's wrestling after starting their program this season.
In tonight's Eye on Keloland, Summer Roddershot takes us to USF to see how the wrestling program is changing lives.
Mackenzie Armagost grew up in a wrestling family and even wrestled a bit when she was young. However, she didn't end up sticking with the sport.
I think my parents were a little bit scared with me being a girl, and as we started to grow, the boys started to get bigger than me, even though I was a lot bigger than them when I was little.
When her school created a girls' wrestling team and discontinued cheer, she knew it was time to get back to what she loved. And with USF establishing their new women's wrestling team, it gave her and so many other female athletes an opportunity to follow their passion into college.
The Interscholastic High School was adding women's wrestling at a record rate across our nation, and it was just natural for the college programs that would come into play as well.
Most women on the team didn't even think wrestling at the collegiate level was possible for them.
Whereas a lot of seasons for girls end after high school, especially in wrestling, whereas I was given an opportunity to come in and continue my wrestling career in college.
And just to be on the first women's team here at Sioux Falls is super cool, because you kind of get to pave the way for the future female wrestlers of the sport and make the younger girls this is a possibility, there's a future in this sport for you.
Many of the women had to overcome different obstacles when it came to wrestling, including most of them having to wrestle boys in high school.
So basically, a lot of our girls were on the JV team while a lot of our boys were on the varsity team, and the girls would basically just wrestle the JV boys to get matches until we could go to bigger tournaments where there were girls.
Freshman year I was on the boys team, and then sophomore year it turned into girls, so then ever since then it's been girls team.
When it came to girl versus boy matches, many people underestimated the girls.
I think a lot of people doubt you, especially when I was wrestling boys in high school. A lot of them kind of went out there thinking, oh, you're wrestling a girl, it's going to be a lot easier than wrestling a boy.
The boys always kind of thought oh, it's a girl wrestling, what a piece of cake, this is going to be easy. But then you go out there and you show the same level of competitiveness.
And as wrestling becomes more popular for females, the USF women's team is excited to be a role model for the next generation.
But now I love going and seeing little girls be wrestling in the tournament and stuff.
There's going to be a lot of hard times that come around, especially being a girl in a male-dominated sport, but don't let anyone tell you that you can't do what they can.
With Eye on Keloland, I'm Summer Roddershot.
And the next home match for the USF women that is January 17th against Dakota Wesleyan. And on January 31st, they will host the Iowa Hawkeyes.